Hello, welcome back to Auto Pop Culture, and today we're going over a Lana Del Rey's album called Norman fucking Rockwell. So Norman Rockwell is a famous author slash painter who painted a lot of his paintings had to do with the American dream and how the way he depicts American culture. So with this album, it kind of leans into some of those, into like an ode towards him with a lot of the normal things that she usually talks about, like the American dream, the American like 60s and 70s and 50s kind of like culture. And so this album is really, really good. So let's just get right into it and talk about each of the songs. And I'll try to add more to the as much as I know from the background of the songs. By the way, this album was produced by Jack Antonoff, who also was part of Fun. If you remember Fun. So yeah, so let's get into it. So the first song is Norman fucking Rockwell, the title song. So this song is pretty much talking about pretty much how Norman Rockwell and how immature and pretentious he is, and like one of the lyrics is like your poetry is bad, but you blame the news kind of thing. So it's very interesting. Like I'm still collecting myself and trying to understand who Norman Rockwell is, but from what I got is that in this song I got a lot of more of his inner personality. It's like he's immature, he has a bit of a pretentiousness to him. He's also very depressed. A good part of his life he was very depressed. And in this song kind of have another flip side of the storyline, which is talking about how her guy that she's with is very depressed, and to the point that it affects her mood and everything that she kind of does in the world of it. But it's a piano, it's all through his piano, which is very surprising because a lot of her songs are pretty down low key, but it's all but this direction has no auto-tune, no weird kind of muffledness to it. It's completely clear, it's just her voice, and it's really, really beautiful. Number 2 is Marinas Apartment Complex. So this song is actually an interesting song. This song is also majorly piano. It's about pretty much her saying that she's pretty much being a guide to another person due to the fact that who's struggling through stuff that she herself has struggled through herself. So she kind of I know what you're going through. Here's what I did. Here's what I felt during that time of thing. One part of the song I like was "You Took My Sadness Out of Context" out of Marinas Apartment Complex. So this is pretty much a nod to an interview she did with The Guardian. Pretty much saying that during the interview, the interviewer was questioning her true motives of why she's so blue, and she's like, is this all an act, or is this how you are? And so she kind of just you take my sadness out of context, So it's very interesting how, and it's kind of nods to the fact that people kind of judge her in the way that she's so her songs are lightly depressing in some ways and have a lot of emotion into them, and so they, to the point where they're so, my guess is they're so real and so raw that they think that it might be a complete act. Number 3 is Venice Beach, which is one of my favorite songs off the album. I love it. Every 9 minutes and 36 seconds of it. It's a long ass song, but if you're not thinking about it, it's a great song to drift away to, and a great song to kind of just, if you're doing something that has to do with thinking or laying down or like a night drive kind of thing, it's a great song to listen to in the background and kind of just losing yourself into it, because it's a lot of the songs that she does, you can really lose yourself into it. This song is pretty much reminiscing about a past lover. One of the parts I really like is the part that I love quoting is the sounding off, bang bang kiss kiss. I love that part. I don't know, it reminds me of her early Born to Die album, where she kind of does those kind of parts. and then after all the lyrics, and then it's like this weird psychedelic ending sound to it, like sound near the end where it's just nothing but instrumental, and it's really really nice. I really love the sound. I really think it's something to drift to. It does, if you're not in the mood for it, you're not in the mood for it sometimes, so it's just like you gotta skip past that part. But I have a hard time skipping past it. I just really like it. Number 4 is Fuck It, I Love You. This song is a good song. It's not the best song that I personally like, but I do like the lyrics of it. I just love her lyrics. This song is pretty much saying, like, pretty much, even though her head says that, like, even this is this may be a toxic relationship, but in her heart, she kind of follows. She's more listening to her heart. This, like, saying, "Oh, this is true love. You should really go for it," kind of thing. So it's kind of give you that "fuck it, I love you" kind of thing. And also another thing I thought was interesting is she says, "Move to California, but it's just a state of mind," and it's kind of a very nod to her move from New York into California, which she started doing more music in that direction. But she realizes that just moving to California just doesn't change your mind, doesn't change how you feel. Like, yourself is still, all your feelings and everything you felt before in another place will follow you to your new place. So just different scene is always great, but you also have to change your mindset to change how you live and who you are. And going to different location doesn't always change it. Number 5 is Doing Time, is a cover of a Sublime song, Doing Time. I personally love Sublime, so this is a huge thing to me to get into, and I really, really liked it. I really love the song. It's a great second part. It's a great different version to this. Like, I've heard different versions of Doing Time, and they never really stick. But this one definitely sticks. I honestly I don't really compare them both at the same time. I honestly feel like they're two dual songs that pretty much just like are like this. They're just equally as good. One's obviously better because it has its uniqueness, but honestly they're almost link to link because she takes it in a different direction. Number 6 is Love Song. I didn't really care for it. It was it was okay. It's a typical Lana song, but I wasn't really into it. Number 7 is, that was number 6. This is number 7, is Cinnamon Girl. Oh, this song is, it's deep. It's pretty much her saying, like, she's having she's having conflicted feelings about this relationship that's possibly unhealthy. Well, it's obviously unhealthy, because when you have a lyric that says, "But if you hold me without hurting me, you'll be the first to whoever did," you're like, "Oh, okay, this is a not." It's pretty much saying that he hurts her a lot, but she's pretty much sticking around and pretty much saying, like, if you just like saying, like, just try to love me without feeling like you have to hurt me, And one of the lyrics I also like was violet, blue, green, red to keep me at arm's length. So she's pretty much talking how a drug addiction that's going on with her man, and how he takes it to kind of cope with life, but at the same time it's putting a huge thing in the middle of their relationship, so it's not doing so hot with that, and so she's trying to like help him and support him, but it doesn't, like, every time that she tries to get close, he pushes her away, and so she doesn't really know what to do. But it's heartbreaking. It's a very heartbreaking song, but I do love it because once again it's another sad but addicting song. Number 8 is How to Disappear. So this song is actually a really good song too. I also like there's parts of it was kind of fun, like how the violin follows the lyrics, like the haven't seen you around lately kind of thing, and like the violin kind of goes up and down with the lately kind of thing. I love the little bell. I love the bells, the sleigh bells that's going through in the second half of the song. It's really, really nice. This song is pretty much about like how this guy is capable of being emotional, is not emotionally available to her, but she likes him because he doesn't lie to her, and so he kind of comes in and out her life when it's convenient for him and kind of thing, but it's just like she still holds on with that. Number 9 is California. So this song is pretty much, it may be about, everything I looked up pretty much said it seems like it's about this, but it's, to me, I think I also feel like that way too, but this is possibly about her ex, who's Barry Jones, who she was with they were in a relationship from 2011 to 2014. Who also helped her out with Ultraviolence. And so but pretty much like after they broke up, he moved back to the UK. And so she pretty much talks about like their love and like, if you come back to America, hit me up kind of thing, especially California. And we'll go to all your places, one of the parts I really like is that she says, we'll hit up all the old places. And I love that part because from old places, says kind of thing. It's the harmony splits only there, and it's really, really nice. Number 10 is the Next Best Americans record. I love the acoustic guitar in this. It's really, really nice. The song is just another nostalgia song about another past lover or something like that, and how they're trying to make the best American record. But the thought of it that she takes away from it is that she's trying to give you is that they try to make the best American record is that they focus so hard on trying to be building up this bricks to become celebrities and everything, but their relationship lacks because they don't spend time. They don't really spend a lot of time engaging with each other on a personal level. So it kind of dies out, even though they are rising in their songwriting, they're dying out in their kind of personal relationship. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Number 11 is The Greatest. This song has a lot of stuff going on. So pretty much one of the things it talks about is pretty much a bar. So it's like, I missed the bar where the Beach Boys go. This is last stop before Kokomo. So that pretty much a nod to, one night the Beach Boys used to would go to this bar, and one of the things that the drummer, Dennis, died from drowning, and I'm trying to figure out whether it's like drowning as in he fell into like a lake and drowned, or he drowned from alcoholism. I'm not sure. No one's really making it completely clear which one it is, but they always mention the alcoholism part of it, so maybe he was drunk with it, or maybe, I don't know. Anyway, but he died 5 years before they released Kokomo. So it's very interesting. I didn't even know that. So, and then one of the other lyrics that's interesting is that the culture is lit, and if this is it, I had a ball. So this is pretty much talking about how she does feel sometimes that she's kind of burning out as a artist, and how the stress of keeping up with the culture that is now, and the way that we as people are not always very synced into what we want to listen to, like we're not really, our attention span is never that great. So she kind of nods to that. But it's a really, really, really good song. Bartender, I'm not wasting that much time on it because I don't really care for it. Number 13 is Happiness is a Butterfly. This is one I really, really like. This song is pretty much saying, is a nod to the American novelist. What's his name? It's Nathan and Hawthorne. So he says in this one is a nod to the idea of saying happiness is a butterfly when it's pursued, when pursued and is always beyond your grasp, but which if you just sit down quietly may align upon you. So it's pretty much saying it's like when it's all like happiness is always so close to you and yet so far, but when you're reaching for it, you never, like, itching for it, you never really get it. But if you kind of just let it happen, it happens, Or wait for it to come to you. I don't know. I don't think that's it. I think it's more letting it come to you kind of thing. I don't know. But I really, really like it. I really love that. And one of the things that she points out, too, is if he's a serial killer, then what's the worst that can happen? To a girl who's already hurt. And it's kind of sad, but it also an interesting part, saying just like is with this guy, but it's maybe more even for just a thrill, but also it's just like if he's something bad, like what do I have to lose? I'm already hurt as it is, so it can be worse than what I feel right now. He couldn't hurt me harder than I already feel right now. So that's pretty deep. And finally, number 14 is hope is a dangerous thing for a woman to have, but I have it. Long title. This song is pretty much very interesting, and so to the point that I had to look up exactly what she meant. My idea is more of a feminist thought about like hope is a dangerous thing for a woman to have, like hope for women, definitely in this time of days and even before, but like it's hard to really have hope when a lot of things are against you. But the one thing that how she broke it down was maybe it's just less stressful, one of the things that she says, knowing that it's okay for the culture to be in a bit of a disruption, and that if we can just learn to lean into that and try to find a united factor into it, that's the big takeaway. And that's what she said pretty much on the Bazaar interview magazine, interview with Bazaar magazine, back in February 2019. So pretty much it's just saying like that's just how she feels about in that direction. That's pretty deep, and it's pretty interesting. I kind of agree. Like when it's like a light misery loves company, but it also is like understanding that we all are in that same place unites us because it's a higher understanding. One of the other things I like about the lyrics is that she says, maybe I'd get less stressed if I was tested less like all of these debutantes. And so she kind of nods to saying that she is not like the other people, like the other like stars that are pop stars that are now. She's completely different, but she's getting judged that way. Like you're not perfect, you're not cookie cutter, and that's what she doesn't want to be, and she never was that in the beginning, but because she's in that genre in a way, I wish she had her own. I think she honestly has her own little genre, if anything, maybe even adult contemporary, but she kind of points out just like everybody's judging me in that direction, and I'm nothing like those people. Like it's just not how you should judge me as, so yeah. Anyway, so this album is really, really, really good. Take away Bartender and take away Love Song. It's a really good song. I really did not like Bartender, but everything else was really good. I'm so mad that I didn't get to review Lust for Life, because that was definitely a really good album too. Personally, for me, I know that I know it got mixed reviews, but I liked it. But I definitely like this one better. So yeah, so that is it. I definitely give this album I give this album an 8.5 out of 10. Because I did dock off the Bartender and Love Song. I didn't really feel those two, but I really, really love this album. It's really great. Leave a comment below. Tell me what you thought. If you really liked the album, what was your favorite songs off of it? I hope everybody has a great week, and I'll see you guys in the next video.